One.
So I mean, I don't know. I just looked back and it wasn't moving. The body wasn't moving, so I don't know. You know, and the police never came around asking any questions. So
Well, did you poke it with a
You should
stick?
have just put the bat away.
well, we checked to see if there was any breathing. There was no breathing. So yeah, we poked it with a stick a little bit,
Hmm.
but
Oh shit, we're live.
oh hey,
Oh,
shit.
Somebody hit the wrong
not
button.
accomplices to anything.
There's
Hey
no
there,
proof.
YouTube, the Heathen Haven crew here. How's it going?
Uh,
So we already got a good for our viewers. People are very lively in the chat.
Yay.
We got our Egyptian expert here.
hey, she has a Sunday off.
Yay.
Yeah, that's a rare occurrence.
It's like the eclipse of the moon.
So I know you covered this topic a little bit last night on your show. The lady who got all her stores smashed in up in Canada.
Oh, well, she had three rocks thrown into her window. Like, over time, like one rock and then another rock. But I mean, it doesn't look like the windows were completely smashed. But yeah.
Well, I know that I watched bits and pieces of your show last night. I'm sorry, I was busy doing a lot of other things too.
Hmm.
What was the general consensus with everyone in that chat?
I don't know what the general
Like,
consensus was with the chat. But I know that for her in Canada, witchcraft and Wicca is not considered to be a quote unquote religion, a valid religion. So the police were not treating it as a discrimination because she supposedly isn't part of a religion. In America here, Wicca is a religion, and other pagan religions too are also protected under that umbrella. So here it would have been considered discrimination, but in Canada there was some argument. But still, even that aside, she's still being targeted. She's being harassed. And I think the police are dragging their feet on that aspect of it because she's obviously being targeted. We know why she's being targeted,
right?
but she's also being harassed and she's also being threatened. She's having her business and her livelihood threatened. So, I mean, still, even if you take the discrimination part out, she's still being harassed and she's still being attacked, and they should
Yeah,
be
crime
doing
is
something
still
about
being committed in this situation.
it. Right, exactly.
But they're taking it as if it's just vandalism going on and nothing more.
They can make
Right,
a
and
law saying if you gender somebody or use improper pronouns, why can't they file criminal charges? It is a big well, at least here in America, I know it is. Harassment's a big deal.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and I agree with you, but there's no outcry for this. There was an outcry, and what I mean outcry, what I mean is there's a very dominant voice in our media. There's a dominant voice in basically in the media. And that dominant voice is what people are saying. And people are saying that they want, people to be labeled whatever gender they identify with, which I agree is a valid thing. But this is what people are screaming for. This is the voice that people are hearing. They're not hearing any other voice. That's why Trump won the election and everybody was so shocked. because you have all these people who are being silent about things, and they voted for him to get him in office, but they're not being vocal about other stuff that's going on in the world. They're just being kind of quiet about it. And one of the reasons why they're probably being quiet about it is because they don't want to get thrown, like, labeled with something. They don't want to be labeled racist or homophobic or Islamophobic or whatever. They just don't want to be labeled that. So anyhow, I kind of got off on a little bit of a political tangent, but that's
that's
but
perfectly
in my
okay.
opinion, that's why they're concentrating more on gender identity than they are about somebody who's being harassed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because I even looked it up before I also reshared the thing on Facebook. In Canada, the only religions they really recognize are what you would see mainstream. By the way, Matt, Witch's Girl asked you if you can bring her a cigarette. But I was looking at it, and
Her broke fucking ass.
You would think that with all the other laws they have, that this wouldn't be a problem. But there's a lot of odd, weird laws that you have.
Try dealing with this pain.
I deal with it 24/7, cunt.
Oh, this is a daily thing. Cunt, I love you.
Yeah.
You guys are adorable.
And that is what we call spousal abuse.
Oh.
Oh,
But
I can't
no.
lean back.
I mean, they have that weird law where everything has to be written in English and French.
I think that's only in Quebec, though.
No, there's other places that it has to be like that. But Canada has some really weird laws, yet witchcraft and paganism and Wicca is not seen as a religion.
Right. And
Buddhism,
in America,
on the other hand, is.
Yeah, I mean, in America, we actually have a lot more benefits than other. Well, I think the European Union does recognize. There is a recognition for religion. I can't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head, but we have obviously the First Amendment, and also I think it's the 18th Amendment, which covers protects religion. But thanks to the Frosts, the Church of Wicca, back in the early 1980s, they fought to have Wicca established as a religion.
Yeah. I remember
like
that.
For Canada.
But I mean,
yeah, it would be nice.
How many people in our chat, if they are from Canada? And no, I'm not in the Vancouver in Canada. I've had to explain this numerous times on different chats that I've been in with different people. Like, oh, you're from Vancouver.
It doesn't even have to be pagans.
Yeah.
Fighting for it. I mean, look at this. The civil rights movement. You know, you had people of all colors in that, you know, political stance. Same thing. You know, even if it's like other Christians, Muslims, you know, Buddhists, atheists, you know, rights are rights. Human rights are human rights. I don't care where you live, religion you practice, human rights are human rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, American way of thinking.
Yeah. And I mean, also, it was civil rights, you know. It was basically the Constitution was not, I mean, yeah. So I don't know if I mean, it is a big issue, but I mean, even if you take out the aspect of religion, obviously this lady is being targeted for some reason. She's being harassed for some reason. So that in of itself is enough to have the police do something about it, you know.
It is, and I hope it eventually does get taken care of the way it should. I mean, I know there's different things going on in Canada versus what's going on over here in the US. So it could be that right now their attention is pulled elsewhere because of that. But I'm hoping that it gets solved and fixed, because if there's other places around there that have cameras, then it should have, at least one or two of the assailants should have been caught.
Yeah.
But just
and she
getting
was
the order.
raising money to get the windows replaced a third time, and also to install a security system, which then if she can install cameras, then whoever does it the next time, she'll have it on camera. And that's the important part, because like if you saw that footage, there was a camera somewhere. I don't know where that camera was, but they flashed on it for a moment. I'm assuming that fisheye lens or whatever probably covered her storefront. That's why they used it in the news shot, but for whatever reason they don't have access to that footage. So
I think it was across the street, and I think they have to get a court order to get it. So that might be the problem, because some places, there are some businesses that won't give up their surveillance stuff without a court order for their protection. So
but that's if they refuse. Yeah, so it sounds like if that shop is refusing to give the footage over to the police, then they have to get a court order. But it seems like if I'm a business and somebody across the street from me, their business gets attacked and they want my footage, I'd be like, sure, here, have it.
Yeah.
You know?
But what would suck even more?
What if it was that business who smashed her windows?
Yeah, what if somebody from that business is responsible for it because of them being pagan and them being Christian? Or you never know with things nowadays. Granted, the other shop owners that they interviewed to talk about it were on her side, going, "This needs to be fixed because we're not being targeted; she is."
Right.
So, honestly, I hope they find justice, and I hope everything gets fixed, and I hope she does get the money for the security cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
What was this again? Do you remember?
I didn't.
Do you remember what this lady's name was?
With the what?
Do you remember what this lady's name was?
Oh yeah, Stephanie Smith.
I believe so.
Try to get her on Heathen Haven one of these days.
Yeah.
Show her some support.
Okay, so are you asking? So do you want one of us to do it?
I have her.
Is there a Twitter or something? I can do it.
Yeah, you can contact her through her Facebook page. I don't know if she has a Twitter.
As far as I know, she only has a Facebook so far that I've remember seeing.
Yeah, she has a Facebook page. Yeah, she has a Facebook page for her business.
All right.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to contacting her.
I'll look it up on my girlfriend's Facebook account.
Yeah, I mean, I have it in that video. I sent her a link to the video too, so she knows that it's out there.
Yes, let's go with that.
What happened?
Which he said that I'm gay because I don't have a Facebook.
Close enough. Sorry, Soren was trying to get a rabbit Bella to hop out of her cage, and because she's being that whole squeaky, pay attention to me moment. Freaking 15-pound rabbit.
Rabbit stew.
We're not eating Bella.
You're not. I am.
You get hungry enough, you'll eat Bella.
Who said I was sharing?
What's great though is the cat is having a stare down with her, like, "You better not come out of that cage, you giant freak." Because I'm pretty sure the rabbit could probably beat up the cat just by flopping on her.
ear slapping.
All
Ear
that.
slap the cat.
That out of the way. Let's get on to this cringeworthy video. It's called "Get Your Barf Bags." Transgenders now allowed in Boy Scouts. Illuminati transgender agenda.
Of course.
Let's just say I was looking for something with Girl Scouts because of the whole I bought $50 worth of cookies, but I couldn't find anything. And he is
turn off my
presenting.
camera.
Fake dying.
Fake dying,
All
huh?
right.
You know what's
Yep.
you know what's funny? For a group of people who don't believe in the law of the US, they really have no problem throwing up the FBI warning.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the FBI is part of the Illuminati.
Well, yeah.
Yep, Illuminati confirmed. Right here.
Yep.
Look at the symbol.
Yeah.
The symbol says it all.
Oh, wait. Let's see. Let's count the stars. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
They're also the devil. Oh,
There's
no.
13 pentagrams.
13 pentagrams.
Let's
And
analyze
there's,
this.
2 pillars.
Exactly. Yep.
The
I was
scales.
just about to say that.
What else? There's an A right there. There's an A right there. There's an A right there.
Wow.
Right there. There's
Whoa.
4 A's.
Wow.
I see a whole bunch of I's.
Yep.
There's
There's a
3
shield.
I's, 4 I's, 5 I's, 5 I's.
Mm-hmm.
So the all-seeing eye.
Yep.
The A's represent the triangle of the
Mhm.
all-seeing eye. This banner right here says something. It's
Fidelity, bravery, and something else.
integrity.
Yeah, fidelity,
Was-
bravery, and hiccup.
Hiccup, yeah. Totally hiccups in there. They have a dragon.
and
Integrity.
that
Fidelity,
everybody
bravery,
knows-
and integrity.
and everybody knows that's Illuminati.
Yep.
And I think those are eagle feathers.
Yep. Sounds about right. And the eagle, that's a satanic bird.
That it
Yep.
is.
Yep. Yeah, so this whole thing is filled with all kinds of Illuminati symbolism.
Wow.
And if you rearrange FBI, it spells Biff.
Oh, wow.
You need your Biff bags, everyone. Oh. Oh, you wonder why they don't sit here and do one of our videos and watch it and have it go, see, they're just disproving everything we're saying, and they're just proving that they're part of the Illuminati.
Of course we are. We just pointed it all out to you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All
It's
of
all
it.
right there. It's all right out in the open.
Oh. I'm not
I mean-
even a high level Mason, and I know this.
Wow.
Come on, people.
Shit.
We just get our Illuminati checks and cash them. We don't ask questions.
Nah. Why ask questions? Money's money.
And then Logan and I get our white straight cis male checks.
I know.
government as well.
Shit, you get
Yep.
2 checks. I only get 1.
What a
It's
ripoff.
because you're a one.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck, you think the tits would get me more?
And
You
also,
gotta have the right cards.
Your check is also 78% less than ours, or 32% less.
I know. I mean, well, at least I get maternity leave.
Oh, they started giving you that now?
Yeah, but I don't get paid that much for it.
Oh. Well, just be black. Just be glad you're not black.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. Wow, we're horrible, horrible people.
That was racist as hell.
We love everyone. Oh,
Well, you brought it up, Mad.
you're the racist. Fuck.
Yeah. We'll just point the finger at you. You'll be the scapegoat.
Yep.
Oh, because every religion has one.
Yep.
I'm the
Yeah,
black sheep.
Yeah, we were
Christy-
fine with everything, but you had to go there, so it's all
Yeah.
your fault.
You're now known as the Judas.
Yep.
Hey, I'm part Asian. I could get away with it. I'm calling in my 10%.
Oh, if we had a DNA test, we're probably all sorts of different things.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Do I get oppression points for being Scottish?
If you go back in
No.
history, we're all African.
Exactly.
Right?
God damn it. I am African. Go all the way back in time.
Or is
Just
that
follow
what they
this.
want
Just
you to
follow
think?
this strain of DNA all the way back to fuck you.
Exactly. Let's follow it all the way back to when we first evolved.
Out of that pool of muck.
Yep.
All right. All racism and jokes aside.
Wow, we're horrible people. We kind of apologize a little bit.
I apologize for nothing.
See? That's where we get in trouble.
Yep.
You could
People
blame
are
it
gonna write us
all
letters.
on me.
Hey, look, they're coming to take you away, Mad.
Yep.
What
That's
the
a fire truck coming to take me away.
fuck? Yeah. You gotta ring the little bell.
Yes! I always wanted
Okay,
to ring the little bell.
Mad, play the damn video.
We're horrible.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. Gotta make everyone suffer through this.
His intro is so last century.
It's so, and this the have you ever noticed that guy looks like the vigilant Christian?
Yeah.
If you think that something was terribly wrong with the world,
And why are the pyramids on fire?
you've come to
They were the eyes.
place.
Yeah, but why are they on fire?
Secret society.
Jesus set them on fire.
Okay, all right.
The Illuminati have
And then
been
who's this
controlling
supposed to be? Is that's Madonna? Who's the middle one?
our- Not anymore.
Probably Katy Perry, huh?
Yeah, Madonna, Katy
Probably.
Perry, and Lady Gaga.
No, the last one is Beyonce.
Wake up,
Oh,
because this is for an uprising.
Is a call for an uprising.
All right, hold on. Let me. Or the resolution. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I was wondering why it was so slow.
About uprisings, but maybe we just need a uprising or people to down and say, all right, let's think for a second here how ridiculous. And I have to apologize. The last time we were talking about genders joining sororities, that would take the cake. I don't know. I mean, I've talked about all of these things with the transgender move, accepting this. It's absolutely it's insanity is what it is. But this might take the cake. Of America announced it will allow trans children who identify as boys to enroll in its boy programs. Women will now be a Boy Scouts. Girls, young girl, allowed into the Boy Scouts, not the Girl Scouts.
So there was a on this.
So go ahead.
Well, this she wanted to go into the Boy Scouts only because of the Boy Scouts ranking system, and the highest rank I guess the Boy Scouts can get is an Eagle Scout, and that's the only reason why she was like, you know, girls should be let into the Boy Scout. I say, let the Boy Scouts be Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts be Girl Scouts. Let's make
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I mean, if they are transgender, that means what they're doing is they're transitioning from one gender to another. So I don't see what the problem is with a transgender boy, somebody who's transitioned to a boy, being in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I remember one of the articles about this that they were a young boy. They started out as she, and then she's been transitioning into he.
Mhm.
Was actually allowed in the Cub Scout Boy Scouts in their area, and they were okay to have him there. They liked having him there until basically the head of the Boy Scouts found out and kicked them out.
Mhm.
Said that they weren't that he wasn't allowed to go back again, regardless of him being transgender. That it was wrong, and he needed to stay with the Girl Scouts. And that's what originally kickstarted part of this argument. And I mean, with the transgender, I believe yes, they should be allowed to go to what they want, because the Girl Scouts been doing it for a few years now. And the Boy Scouts just started picking up on it. When it comes to the young ladies that want to be in the Boy Scouts, or the young boys that want to be in the Girl Scouts, yes, they should have a gender neutral scouting group for both boys and girls so they can get along and have fun with both of them, not segregating.
So you mean like a joint Boys and Girl Scouts?
Yeah, they
Okay.
should have that option for them too.
No,
Mad's right with that.
yeah, that's a possibility. But then you have what would define that group?
just the simple fact that, you know, Boy
They're all-
Scouts are Boy Scouts is just for boys only. Girl Scouts are Girl Scouts just for girls only. While the co-op scout or the co-ed scouts will be for both of them, doing a bit of both what the Boy Scouts do and the Girl Scouts do. You know, like
So
the
it
Boy
would
Scouts
be-
go out and sell raffle tickets, and the Girl Scouts go out and sell cookies.
Boy
So
Scouts sound jerky
well-
now.
so
Oh.
the middle one would be open to either sex,
Yes.
boys or
Right.
girls can join it. Okay.
And I do have to agree that a lot of the Boy Scout organizations are run by churches along with the Girl Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I know that some Girl Scouts have been allowing transgender girls in is because one of my friend's mom is one of the head leaders, and they allow trans in there, and they never have a problem with it. The Boy Scouts, there's always been issues there.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to remember the Scouts are led by mostly Christian churches.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah,
even the
because-
Mormon church does it.
because it wasn't too long ago, I think maybe about 20 years ago or 15 or 20 years ago, there was an issue about having gays in the Boy Scouts.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I
South
don't
Park
know.
made fun of that.
Yeah. So, but anyhow, so he has a problem with it, huh? Okay.
Well, when doesn't he have a problem with things?
But I'm just wondering, how's it tied to the Illuminati? I guess we'll find out.
Where they belong in the same, pretty much. No. Please. What more need? And people out there think that this is normal.
Hey, pause it for a second.
Don't need to.
My name is Emma Withers. I'm here to tell.
You know, it's
Right.
really, I just thought of something. It's like so funny. It must be so convenient to have this imaginary group that you can basically blame everything on. So you can just include whatever and just blame it on them because there's no way that this imaginary group can defend itself.
Right. We should be that group. We should be that imaginary group.
We need to start a channel called the
cannot even-
Illuminati.
Oh, I'm sure there probably is one.
Yeah, so somebody out there is trolling. A Kekistani or something.
Hmm?
Trolling.
Mhm.
Well, Soren said we should call it the Illuma Cunty.
Tenty.
I don't know why, but
Well, I'm probably the biggest cunt out of the three of us.
Probably.
So
Yeah. No argument there.
yeah,
I'm
you can have that title.
like, thanks for defending me. All right, number one cunt right here.
Yeah,
Matt,
exactly. Hey, you said it, not us. We're
I
just
gotta make
agreeing
your
with
new
you.
default picture saying Mad, the number one cunt.
Hey, we got your back if you want to be the biggest cunt.
Yeah, your buddies are supporting you here.
Yep, we're all behind you. We'll even make up flyers and distribute them in our neighborhood.
Yep.
Mad Witch for biggest cunt.
What is this, a political poll or voting system now? Is that what's going on?
Exactly. That's how Donald Trump
Who's
got
my
in.
running mate?
Donald Trump.
Who's your running mate? Your running
My-
mate's an
my-
asshole.
Well, yeah, true. They're only an inch apart from each other, so.
Yeah. Fuck.
And he just happens to be the biggest asshole too.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, that it can't be Trump because he's just orange.
Right. He's the orangest asshole. Got it.
He's an
I don't wanna-
orangutan asshole.
I don't want an orange asshole.
Now you're being more racist. God.
I like my assholes dark. All right.
You could always run with Chris Rock.
Mad, this would be a good time
not-
to just keep your mouth shut, and you're only making it worse.
Oh, Witch's Girl says you're the biggest jackass. So not only are you the biggest cunt, but you're now also the biggest jackass.
You're just winning all kinds of awards.
Damn. And I thought I was like in first place for the biggest jackass. Damn it.
You obviously haven't watched my channel.
Believe us, Loki, you're a very close second.
I know. And you're the red foreman of the group, just calling us all dumbasses.
Shut up, dumbass.
Oh shit.
Is it sad that we all grew up to be red foremans and not Eric's?
Yeah, really.
I'm a bit of an Eric. I like Star Wars.
I'm Hyde. End
A
of
little
story.
too much.
Mm.
I'm Hyde. I'm always high. I mean,
How did
All
that
right.
70s show come in?
oh,
I don't know.
because I called you
We're-
the red
we're-
foreman of the group.
We're
okay.
looping from all the stupid that has happened in the past few days.
Yeah.
Oh, thank the gods for YouTube.
Yes. Now let's continue with this madness.
I think that this is normal. They're
It's normal.
going full against this. Why? Because it's the Boy Scouts. It's for boys. They are, their barrier is obviously gone. They want this one world of everything, one gender garbage. Okay? Worship a goat with breasts. I might have to look at it.
I'm the only one who follows the goat-headed breast and penis.
Yeah. Well,
All right, just to be clear.
well, Baphomet's pretty badass. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is sitting there going, we want a one whole gender thing. Yeah, we want that to be separate. But if
Yeah,
you're transgender, you're switching genders. You're not a whole new gender.
Aren't there plenty of deities who do that throughout their whole entire career?
Yeah, Loki's one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of Hindu deities that are androgynous. I mean, even Buddha started out is androgynous because it can be male or female. And Baphomet is really an alchemical symbol. It's not a deity. It's just a representation of all kinds of various balances.
Exactly.
Statue so I can axe it again. Did you want to talk about therapeutic when I axe that thing? Feelings in my life. Absolute disgrace. It says enrollment begins immediately. On gender listed on the application. Announced it made the decision to begin basing enrollment in its boys-only programs on the gender a child or parent lists on the application to become a scout. The Boy Scouts have previously held a policy that relies on a child's birth certificate. Might as well just throw our birth certificate. I mean, I don't know if some of you are aware, this was early on, people out there identifying as human dragons.
Oh, pause real
I'll post
quick.
the link below if you want to see for yourself.
The other kin, there's two things. There's other kins, and then there's another thing that they're named that. They do not have that on their birth certificate. That's something that cannot go on their birth certificate. They've been told that a million times. And even the transgender community looks at the other kin like, yeah, you guys are in a league of your own, guys. Have fun with that. But the thing is for them, it's a mental disorder. For transgender, they're in the wrong body, so it does cause a bit of a mental disorder itself. Yes, otherkins and therkins. Thank you, Cece. Otherkins are the ones that believe that they're dragons or unicorns or fairies. Therkins believe that they are, and they are also acknowledging the fact that they are in a human body, that they are dogs, cats, tigers, the animals we have around here. But their kins are people who actually who are normal people in society. They function. Most other kins are like the how do I say this nicely? They're the feminists that say that you're raping them by saying hello. Or at least the ones that I have met. Furries are a whole different spectrum. Trust me, I belong to that spectrum, and it's weird. But the thing is that is totally different.
No.
Yeah, that is different than anything to do with transgenders. Transgenders is you have a chemical imbalance in your head saying you're supposed to be male and you're trapped in a female's body.
Yeah, but do they actually change their birth certificate?
Yes, you can. You can legally go in and have your gender on your birth certificate changed.
Okay.
One of my friends just had this done. It depends on the state you're in. He went in and because he's been going through the therapy, he's been going through testosterone shots. He's been dealing with all that stuff. And he went in, he was able to legally change his name. And he was also legally to change the gender on his birth certificate. You can get them changed.
Oh, okay.
So
Northern Sub from Rebel Media in Canada. She did that on camera. She went in. She went into the doctor, got a note saying that she's female or that she's male, and then she went to the DMV and got a new license with male on it instead. Then went to the courthouse and got a new get with male, just to prove that she could.
So she did get a birth certificate that said she was a different gender.
Yeah, it was. It was funny. She doesn't have gender dysphoria. She's not transgendered. She did it to prove a point.
Right. Yeah. She was just wondering if she could do it. Yeah.
That anyone can do it. But the problem is when you're a child going through it, there's so much more therapy that you have to do before they even allow your parents to take you in to get your birth certificate changed. They won't let you do that until after you're 18.
Right.
And so, and the whole thing of having your birth certificate changed so you can join the Boy Scouts, if you can't do that until you're after 18, then you just miss out on having fun your entire life.
Right. Yeah. Because when you're over 18, you can't be in the Boy Scouts anyhow. Yeah.
Unless you're a leader.
Right.
So honestly, the whole just throw out your birth certificates. No, there's a reason.
Right.
I mean, he can go in and be put down as woman, and I hope he never does, but
right.
He can stay your guys' gender. I don't want him.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is like I forget who said it earlier, anybody can do this. I mean, no, not anybody can do this. I mean, if you seriously have an identity conflict within you, you should be allowed to do this. But if you're just doing it just to be doing it, I don't think that's fair, because what you're essentially doing is you're taking away from the people who actually have either gender or sex identity issues, because there are people who have those legitimately. And I sometimes wonder how many people are actually having a gender issue or sexual identity issue, and how many people are just sort of kind of like playing with it, and they're not really serious.
Yeah,
that's disturbing to me.
What scares me is, and I have voices a few times of the people who are getting on testosterone who are still young. The problem with
hormone therapy? Yeah,
on hormones. The problem with that is that can't be reversed.
Mm-hmm.
And you have these people who are claiming to be other genders at certain age that you can look at them and you swear they're just doing it because their best friend is doing it.
Mm. Yeah,
and you're worried that when they hit 2021, that whole issue they claim to have, when they realize that it's not giving them the attention they need, the suicide rate might go up.
Right.
That's another issue that some people aren't looking at. And I worry for the people who are just doing it as a fad and that then start testosterone or hormone replacements and realize that it's not for them. They're kind of stuck with whatever their body changes to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Robert says you can be in the Boy Scouts if you're 18 or older. They just call it the Army. That's a good
he's
one.
right.
Okay. And you get to carry
That's a good one. Right? Perks. So he still hasn't gotten to why the Illuminati is involved in all this bullshit.
Well, he did mention they, so
yeah, they. But I want to know what the 6 degrees to something is.
And by the way, CC, no, you cannot do both hormones at the same time. That is not a very safe thing to have going on.
That doesn't make sense.
But
have
because
big
she
boobs
said, I
and a beard.
wonder. Yeah, she's asking, I wonder if you can do both hormones, both of the hormones at the same time. No, you cannot do hormones and testosterone at the same time. Testosterone is supposed to replace your feminine hormones as feminine hormones putting into your system. If you're male, it's supposed to override your testosterone.
Yeah,
That's why they give it to you in such a high sounding dosage.
Yeah, I mean, if you're one of those people who are, gender fluid, meaning that you essentially can identify with male and female, I don't even think you would need to do hormone therapy. I think hormone therapy is for people who actually want to transition from one sex into another sex.
Yep. That's the only time that they give it, is if you want to transition from one sex to another. If you are gender fluid or gender void, you just have to deal with what's on your birth certificate. Sorry. But you yourself personally do not have to go by that, your gender. You can say, I'm gender void, I'm gender fluid. Sometimes I feel like a guy, sometimes I feel like a girl. It's not a hormone imbalance. It's more of a psychological imbalance. As Soren waving their hands because I'm explaining them in a nutshell.
No.
What?
You can have non-binary on your certificate
Okay.
stuff in Oregon.
You can, Oregon State, you can go there and they can change your birth certificate to non-binary.
Right.
And your driver's license to non-binary. Some states have that. Not all states.
Yeah, you can do that in California too.
Okay, California has it as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was letting Soren know.
Yeah.
But not all states do that or recognize it. So you have to be careful with that one. Silver. Anyway, sorry about that. My little rant on.
Videos. The human dragon even contacted me. The human dragon was Legion, but that's another story for another day. Certificate, you might as well throw it away. Go in for the Boy Scouts, apply for a job, whatever you feel like being. Flower plant, okay? And then tomorrow, what? I'm going to be a cloud. Identifying the spokeswoman for the organization emailed a statement Monday. Surprised that for the Boy Scout, we have a spokeswoman here. She said the organization's leadership, recent case in Sea Caucus, New Jersey, where an 8-year-old transgender child had been a scout troop after found out, but the change was made because of the larger conversation about gender identity. You mean the mainstream media's conversation about? Because I'm not hearing many conversations amongst people that I talk to or see. It does come up around people. Well, everybody's kind of going, is this real? This is ridiculous. The narrative of the mainstream media. More than 100 years, the Boy Scouts of America, along with schools, youth sports, and other youth organizations, have ultimate information on an individual for single gender programs. You think so? When I was growing up, in hindsight, is I should have went in to girls softball and said, "Hey, everybody, slow pitch softball, hit 5 home runs, aim."
Okay, even nowadays, when an athletic star transitions from one to the other, they're lost within their sport.
They are.
MMA fighter transitioned from male to female, went into the female portion of MMA, and got in that classification, and completely and totally obliterated his opponent or her opponents. Right? And they said, you can no longer fight in the women's league. But since you're a woman, you can no longer fight in the men's league.
Right.
So that's the unfortunate part about that as well, is now sports stars can no longer participate in the sport that they love. and
Yeah.
there's not enough transsexual sports stars within each category of sport
To
to make it a league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people originally, I remember when that happened, a lot of people were saying the only reason why he switched over was so that he could actually win. And I'm thinking, no, he did it because, she did it because she felt like a woman and not a man. And I mean, it sucks that happened, that they can't do what they love. And I really wish that they could. Granted, they should be put in a higher weight category, but I really wish that they could still do what they loved. That's the downside, and I feel bad for it. But what he's saying about the whole softball, we have softball games at my work that is male and female teams on the softball team. The guys half the time suck at it because they can't hit the bigger ball. Well, at least my coworkers do.
We're used to eyeing up small balls.
Yeah, I know.
That are attached to us.
I mean, because you guys are so used to small balls.
Or am I just speaking for myself here? I'm just.
Well, I didn't know you liked them small, man.
No, it's just that they are small.
Oh.
Fit them in an airsoft rifle.
Oh God!
But yeah, I agree with you, Loki. I mean, people. Yeah, I've played on multi-sex teams. We have two. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, and what the thing is actually high schools and all that, when it does come to transgender, some high schools, they allow girls to play football if they want to play football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because there's no female football team, male football team. When it comes to basketball, there's male, there's female. Volleyball, there's male and female.
Mm-hmm.
Same with all the others. A track is a mixed breed of everyone. Except for girls are competing against the girls. But you're there with the team of male and female. But football, it's one of those, it doesn't matter your gender.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, when I was in high school, we had one of our lead football players was female, and she kicked the guy's ass.
Yeah.
And she was like 105 pounds. Shit, she was scary. Okay, let's go on with this guy's ignorant talk. Is Matt still there?
I hope so.
I had to go see what my girlfriend was yelling about.
Okay.
Oh.
That was really loud. I'm like, what the hell? I guess one of the cats was meowing at her.
Oh, okay.
She yelled.
For some reason, I thought that was Soren.
No, Soren's voice hardly ever raises above the whisper to a, hey, asshole, listen to me.
Okay.
Optic.
Gotcha.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Man, I'll join the female softball Olympic team. What this is. Rid of your, I mean, listen to how insane this is. Let me just reread this. Quote from this woman, Rebecca Roche. 100 years, the Boy Scouts of America organizations have ultimately deferred information on an individual's birth certificate to determine eligibility for programs. Do you think so? Would you use? Maybe look between your legs to identify what gender you are? I've been completely split.
Don't they realize gender is the label and it's known as what sex you are? It's never mind. I just realized this guy's an idiot. He wouldn't know that.
No longer, these state laws are interpreting gender identity differently, and these laws vary. So this is them defying and spitting in God's face.
Everything's spitting in God's face.
Keeps coming all over us.
Well, he always says that this is spitting in God's face. That's spitting. It's everything to him is spitting in God's face.
I'm going to just put this out there. If God truly did exist like they claim he does, if their version of God existed as he claims, then you wouldn't have people that have gender dysphoria. You wouldn't have people or kids dying. You wouldn't have all the crimes and everything going on if your God was so damn powerful that they can stop it. This wouldn't be an issue.
Right.
And them saying that we're spitting in his face because we're not perfect, then he needs to shut the fuck up because he's not perfect. Because I thought swearing was spitting in God's face, and he does that a lot.
Well, I mean, to take that position is to assume that you know, essentially you have some kind of insight into the mind of God. So apparently all of these people who pass judgment on other people apparently have some kind of divine insight into the true nature of God, which is completely contrary to their own beliefs. So they're being hypocrites.
Right. Even their own Bible.
Yep.
Even their own Bible says no man can truly know the will of God.
Exactly.
And so, honestly, he is probably sinning more than all the sins he claims everyone else is doing.
Yeah. And chances are, if there is a deity, the deity itself would probably be both genders, probably be male and female.
Yeah.
Or even have no sex, because it created man, and in the ancient, in the old Bible, man meant people. So he made people in his own image, or human beings in his own image.
Yeah.
Or its own image would be better.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see what happens if they die and they go to their little heaven space and realize that they were wrong. that would be interesting to see. I mean, I would pay for tickets. I mean, hell, even if we're wrong, I don't care. I'm just wondering. Just the look on their faces would be worth it.
Right? God has determined that you're a man, you're a woman, based on we have people taking pills. Hormone pills to grow body parts they're not supposed to have. I mean, this world has gone mad, but if you speak against it, you're hateful. You're just a self-righteous Christian. Christians out there going along with this, thinking it's great. Christian is going, oh, come on, God wouldn't be upset with this. Think about this. Are now joining Boy Scouts. Their certificate is no longer needed. You can identify who you want. They are.
Okay, I'm a strong advocate for learning skills. A very strong advocate for learning skills. And the Boy Scouts, they teach you how to be a leader, right?
Yes.
They teach you how to cooperate with your teammates. They teach you how to, tie knots and make a fire. Basic wilderness survival skills. Right?
Yep.
Why can't the chick learn that too? I mean, like I said, yes, let the Boy Scouts be Boy Scouts. It's called Boy Scouts. Let the Girl Scouts be the Girl Scouts. It's called Girl Scouts. I get it. Again, let's make a co-ed Scouts, or, something where both can be put in there and learn both aspects. I don't know what they teach in the Girl Scouts. I know what they teach in the Boy Scouts. But
the Girl Scouts, from what I remember, you do learn survival skills. You do learn some knot tying. You do learn a lot of how to cook in the outdoors. You learn how to work together as a team. You learn how to build skills with each other. You learn how to sell and keep a count on everything that you sell. So you learn bookkeeping skills. You learn a lot of things to do with arts and crafts and things that are helpful So it's pretty much like the Boy Scouts, except for they don't always get to run around with cool pocket knives. And our jamborees are kind of awesome. I mean, I wasn't a Girl Scout, but I did volunteer with the Girl Scouts. I did help out at a lot of their things after I was 18. So I was actually put in as an honorary Girl Scout without ever having to go to Girl Scouts because my parents couldn't afford it. But because I was there helping them at their jamborees, at the camps, doing all that stuff, they made me an honorary, whatever the hell that was. I don't remember. But that was back when I was 18, 19 years old. And the thing that he's saying right here is these little girls are in Boy Scouts. No, they're little boys. They're not little girls. In their minds, they are little boys. And that's what they identify as. Oh no, just because their pants says otherwise, underneath in their pants say otherwise, sometimes your outer exterior does not show your inner. That's the main point that he's missing on purpose, because he's not registering that some people are born with dysphoria. And so when he says the little boy, this little girls and Boy Scouts, it makes me kind of cringe a little. Because they're not little boys, they're little girls. Just because their birth certificate says otherwise, their belief in their mind is different than that. Because I can sit here and say, yeah, I'm a girl in my pants and in my brain, but I know people who still have the female parts that identify as male, and according to their birth certificate and driver's license, they're male. So my question is does he just think it's all what's in your pants that matter and nothing else?
Right.
Rampantly or pushing this down every organization's local units that can provide interest of the child. The Boy Scout of America leaders lifted a on gay troop leaders in July 2015. So what's the point of having Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts? Because soon it'll just be the Scouts, and we'll have human dragons. We'll have grown men who dress up as dogs, as pups. I mean, this is thicker and worse by the day, and people are supporting this. Nobody's going, all right, this is going too far. Up here, right? That's the mindset, the do without wilt mindset. Anything goes. Defy how
Yeah,
God
but he gets that
created
completely
you.
wrong.
Going to irk Christians who are hot in their faith, because unfortunately lukewarm
What the fuck?
Christians
Hold
don't
on.
care.
Yeah.
At their local.
He gets that completely wrong. They say to do what thou wilt, but they don't understand what Crowley was actually talking about was one's true will, one's true nature. So it wasn't exactly do whatever you want to do. It's more in line with live your purpose, live who you are supposed to be. You know, every man and woman is a star. And that the whole thing, you know, do what thou wilt, love is the law, love under will, is, you know, that's the Thelema motto. But that will is living your true purpose. It's not just whatever you want to do, just go ahead and just do it. It's not what it means.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think they take it as face value is what they're doing,
Right.
and they're twisting it to say, oh, they have this, you know, do whatever you want, so they can go off and commit crimes. No, we can't. We still have to obey the law, you know.
Right.
And again, it's I said love is the law. You know, we could do, like you said, we could do what we want with our lives. You know, live how we want to live. You know, it's more of an individuality than, you know, fuck it all mentality.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a deeper philosophy than people realize. And when I mean people, I mean like idiots like this guy, because again, it means that living your true purpose. And, you know, there's a school of thought that says that none of us really lives our true purpose. Only few of us live our true purpose. Most of us are out looking for our true purpose or who we actually are, or maybe we're just trying to survive to get by the next day, to do whatever. Very few of us actually get to live our true will, our true desire. And that's what that thelema meaning is. It's much deeper. It's a deeper philosophy than just, oh, do whatever you want, you know? Oh, you want to do this, you want to do that, go ahead and do it. That's not the entirety of that phrase.
I also want to point out the Boy Scouts must be in the Illuminati too, because look.
Oh, yep.
What are those called? The Florida.
Fleur de lis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fleur de lis. Yeah.
Though there was something that he had mentioned about pups. Pups is, I don't know if people know about this. You know, when you see people with like the leather dog masks or mostly in leather harnesses, stuff like that, part of the leather scene or group. The thing about what pups are, yes, it can be considered a sexual no-no fetish. But the other thing about pups is, and I've learned this because I've been to a few meetings, I hang out with some of them. It's more about getting into that headspace of letting everything from the day-to-day pressures that building up on you dissolve, getting into a different mind space, making that all go away, and being something you're not for a little while to get away from that stress so you can handle it later.
I just play D&D.
Yeah. Some people it's easier to do D&D. Some people it's easier to act like a dog or act like a cat or act like whatever you need to. And I mean, the reason why I understand this stuff is because, yes, I'm a furry. Yes, I go to the leather meetings. Yes, I go to the pup meetings.
They actually have meetings?
Yes, where we sit down and talk, or if you're a pup or a kitty or whatever you identify as with that certain animal, you run around with knee pads and hand pads so you don't hurt yourself, and you play with squeaky balls, squeaky bones, toys, and you interact with the other ones, and there's nothing sexual about it. Actually, yes, we do. And there's nothing sexual about it in that space because it's just a bunch of us playing around like puppies or kittens would in a big playpen with our handlers watching us that make sure that you have water, that you have snacks, that you're not overheating. It's about escaping yourself. And the thing is it's not sick and twisted. If you do it in your personal time with your partner and you add stuff to it, hey, that's your decision, not mine. That it's something that helps people. I know somebody who is going through school who this keeps he was thinking suicidal thoughts until he started this, and now he's one of the happiest people we know. It helps people.
What the fuck was that?
That was Soren hiccuping. They have very scary hiccups. But it's one of those things of people do certain things to help them. It shouldn't be thrown into going, oh, well, they do this, they're part of the transgender people. No, it's a totally different thing. And I don't understand why he's mixing all that in together. But then again, it doesn't surprise me that he is. Because he is kind of weird. And no, Soren isn't dying. They just hiccup weird. I blame it on them being from Oklahoma.
Made my heart stop for a second, so I technically died.
Well, okay, Mad technically die, but they hiccup like that when they sneeze. It's really scary. One of our friends, every time Soren hiccups, they go, "Oh, I think I peed a little." So don't worry about it. They're not dying, I promise. I love reading the chat to this.
Oh, really? What kind? Oh, what is your son? Ooh, what kind of grades did he get? Ah, ooh, let's chat and gossip at our local church groups. Abomination. It should be an abomination to.
God damn it.
Ugh, commercials.
My
This is an abomination to
I'm
God.
here to tell you why fundraising with Rita Manufacturing is the best way to help you have a successful fundraiser.
Yay,
Since
fundraisers.
1948,
Skip! To me, computer. Don't tell me.
Did his video freeze? Because it's saying that whenever you hit play, I see the numbers moving, but I don't hear any volume.
What happened? Hello? Hello?
I think
I don't know.
something's wrong with the video.
Try hitting F or try refreshing it.
Yeah, I'm experiencing interruptions.
Are you experiencing interruptions? Why, yes, I am.
How
What, my-
kind of you to notice that my computer is a piece of shit.
YouTube's an asshole.
So you might have to scrub it to 920.
Ah!
Yep, as soon as it interact with the shit.
Warning, if you're wearing headphones, it's about to get hurtful.
Yeah, that's just the intro. It's forceful.
Yeah, it's very loud.
All right, 920.
Yeah, 920. Maybe isn't it? Yeah, because of
Yeah.
it's right after. Yeah, you're right.
What? I skipped the ad. You fuck.
No, we'll let you
Computer,
skip it.
I'm
That's
the
fine.
one. For school, I always throw you out the window.
Expectations change.
People pay me money to do.
Saying that they're the opposite sex. But their parents are either Eastern Stones, parts of covens and cults on their child and confuse their child through trauma-based mind. Because you're really going to meet a 7-year-old or 6-year-old boy, say that he's a girl, and the parents are going to go, oh, wonderful.
You're a joke.
Parents who allow this, they should be put in prison.
You should be put in prison.
Whoa.
Yeah, really.
Whoa. Okay, I got 2 daughters. If one of them grows up, a little tomboyish, and later on, when she understands what's going on, is like, I feel like a boy, girl, it's like, okay, let's figure out exactly if you have gender dysphoria. I don't want to put her through that, but if it happens later on down the road, it happens later on down the road. and I want to be supportive of it. Plain and simple.
Yeah. I mean, there's some kids that right out the gate, or they're famous, a few kids that are actually like, no, I feel like a girl dad, and their parents have accepted it and have been helping them. And some of them are from, I think the youngest that I've seen was actually about 7 years old. And her psychologist actually says, yeah, they do have this problem, but they don't get started on hormones or any of that until after their teens or in their teens. But they shouldn't be put in prison just because they're supporting their fucking child. If anything, they deserve a goddamn medal.
Yeah, he's insane.
Well,
The kid should be taken until these parents get. You see, they need. But the kid should be taken out of the house. Abuse, and the sicker part.
Oh,
Much sicker than what these parents are doing to their kids or dictate their sexes. But what might be sicker there are so dumbed down that you don't hear anyone going, why are you letting a 5 or 6 year old child dictate its sex? They shouldn't be dictating anything. Raised in their household and educated. Bible.
oh no, they shouldn't be getting read the Bible.
Their parents.
What's the beginning age of the Boy Scouts?
I think it's 6 or no. Cub Scouts is first, and then the Boy Scouts. So I don't remember the age. I think it's 6 or 7 for Cub Scouts. I don't know for Boy Scouts. When you guys that were in Boy Scouts, if you're in the chat, might be able to help us. But
well, these kids right here, these 3 boys right here, they look to be,
teenagers.
I remember being that pimply when I was in middle school.
Yeah. So middle school going into high school age, because I knew high school Boy Scouts. So, and then we all joined the ROTC and we got to play with real rifles in high school. But
this or that. But that's what's going to come of this world, because they're going to soon legalize pedophilia. Because we're not going to view, they're going to create this view of.
Yeah, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
People are trying to normalize it right now on YouTube, and it sickens me.
And there's a lot of people going, no, this is not getting normalized because people are smarter than that. They won't allow pedophilia to be normalized. I mean, no. Those are the people that belong in jail, not the people who are supporting their kids or the parents who are not reading their kids the Bible and letting them choose their own damn religion.
So, okay, so to be a Boy Scout, you have to be at least 10.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Boy Scouts.
At least 10 or who are 11, but not yet 18 years old. And if you're 18, then you can be part of the Eagle Scouts. So, yeah, so 10 years old would be the minimum age.
Okay. Because that means in 6 to 7 starts out all the way up to 10 to Boy Scout. Well, Cub Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
Because my little brother was a Cub Scout, so that's the only reason I know that.
Molt put this perfectly with this pedo argument. He says, gotta love the slippery slope argument. First gay rights, then trans rights, then pedos get to fuck our kids.
Of course. It's always the extremes.
And that's how Christian and that's how Christians like this believe too. It's like, oh, fucking fags got rights now. The world's going to hell. Apocalypse bullshit.
Yeah, because associating especially homosexuality with pedophilia is nothing new. I mean, they've been saying that ever since, gay rights were an issue. They've been saying that. Well, they'll be fucking kids pretty soon. And then there was a whole belief that that homosexuals were pedophiles. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I mean, that's what baffles my mind, because when someone looked at me like, oh, you're a lesbian, so that means you like little girls. I'm like,
Right.
no, ew, gross, no. But a lot of people don't realize in some states when they say that, oh yeah, I'm dating a 21-year-old, I'm 16, the age of consent in that state. Some states,
well, that's not pedophilia, that's hebiophilia.
yeah, and in some states,
Or
yeah,
we're talking about pedophilia.
Is under,
fucking
yeah,
little kids,
and
you don't know. Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here! I'm going to slit your fucking throat, plain and simple.
yeah. If you're going after something that has never even reached sexual maturity, thinking, oh, that's hot, you need to be fucking put in a mental institute and fucking zapped. But I mean, when I remember somebody got up on the argument of a 19 or 20-year-old dating a 16-year-old, and these are a boy and a girl. The law stopped and told them it's not considered this because in this state, 16 is the age of consent. Or this state, it's 17. So it is a slippery slope with that part. But when they say, oh, well, I was 13 and I'm dating a 21-year-old. No, you're not. You're saying home. They're going to jail.
Right?
Right.
Right? No.
That's the part that I find disgusting is, oh, they're 13 years old. And how old's your boyfriend? Oh, he's 42. What?
Wow, that's extreme right there.
I've heard it before. I've seen it online. Those are the times that you go, okay, let's see. The child needs to be taken into safety and this person needs to be arrested. But, and Mo's right. Sorry.
You see kids on these TV shows.
But no, Mo's right. It is a slippery slope. People ask for rights and all of a sudden they find the most extreme thing and they want that to have rights. I mean, they even said at one point that bestiality shouldn't be against the law when gay people were trying to get rights. I remember that one. I was like, oh, you guys are fucking stupid.
Shows articulate and sound so smart and well educated. Agents and all this disgusting stuff which I've exposed and talked about. These kids. Soon it'll be, listen, found that 7-year-olds really have the ability than a 20-year-old, and we should look at them as adults, and they can make their pedophilia. It won't be pedophilia anymore. Happen, yeah. Mind control. We have bestiality legal in Canada. We have transgenders apparently running the roost here, crapping whatever toilet they want. Heroes out there have convinced them of this insanity to a call. And if you're against it, you're a hater. Folks, love. The Antichrist comes and the deception of love. Fall for it because they're going to go, how love? Accept. Jesus was accepting and loving. Into following this crap. Complete abomination. It is absolutely despicable. Transgenders joining the Boy Scouts. Serious? Then can we even call it the Boy Scouts? Is it the tranny Scouts? We have young kids making decisions like this. Fist, please get them on speed dial because America is in septic water. Disgraceful.
That's just Detroit.
Thanks, show. God bless all of you.
Oh. This guy always gives me a headache.
Yeah.
Oh. Though he... Yeah, I kind of like Travis's idea. Just call it the Scouts and let's all be good with it.
All right, so he never mentioned how the Illuminati was involved in it, except maybe they're out there brainwashing kids bullshit.
Right. Well, he said
So
they,
is-
so that's what it means.
Yeah. So, but so is, indoctrination. That's also a form of brainwashing.
So is forcing your kid to go to church when they don't even know how to read yet.
Mhm. Yeah.
Indoctrination. My buddy's girlfriend, she was raised in one of those Christian homes, one of those overly protective Christian homes. And she absolutely hated me because I'm a witch. Out with me because I'm a witch. Now she hangs out with me. She got away from the indoctrination. She got away from that strict rigor being bullshit.
I mean, I am a strong believer, and my mom was too, that you shouldn't force religion down kids' throats. You should let them go and test the waters in whatever one they want to look into. I mean, that's what she did with me. That's what she did with my brother and my sister. My sister is atheist. I'm a witch. I used to be Mormon. My brother, Anthony, is Christian, but loosely, meaning he does believe in God and all that, but he doesn't exactly follow the Bible because he does say some of it is just utter bullshit. And then there's my other brother who is Satanist, close to atheist. So my mom let us go to church after we hit about 8-9 years old, if we wanted to, and see for ourselves. She was Southern Baptist. My mom now believes in more of a universal life because she found religion to be bullshit. But I don't think that kids should be forced to go to church at a young age. Yet you see it all the time.
Yeah.
And like Logan's just quiet, like,
I'm just listening in tonight. I'm not too into it. It's just, I mean, this guy call for a uprising. He's just so insane. I mean, it's just ridiculous the way that they perceive things is just so, you just can't win with them, I mean, and there's a slight battle inside of me too, because it's kind of like, I think there's people who legitimately have issues. They have sexual identity issues, and then people have gender issues. And then I think that there's people who don't have those issues. They just kind of think that they have those issues, and they probably don't have those issues. But bathrooms, Boy Scouts, sports, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're transitioning from one sex into another. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to participate in whatever sex you identify with or are transitioning in. If you have gender issues, and like, let's say you're in a male body, but you identify as a female, you're still a male. That's just the way it is. That's right. To my understanding of it, gender does not have an effect upon your sex. It has with your gender identity. So you could still go into a boy's room or a girl's room, depending upon your sexual orientation, or your sexual identification. But yeah, I mean, it just shouldn't be an issue. And so.
And I do have to kind of agree with that, because I see gender as one thing and
right.
your sex as another. I mean, the gender is unfortunately what you were born with. The gender, the sex. Sorry,
is what you're born with. Yeah.
The sex is what you're born with. The gender is what you are. There's the difference. It's what in your mind you are, or what you feel that you are.
Mm-hmm.
And when people sit there and go, well, no, it's the same thing, I look at them like, no, look at the definitions. There's two different definitions.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Sex is
not
what's
the
between
same.
your legs in your mind.
Yep. And that's why when
It's the chemical imbalance.
that's why
in your own
when
mind.
you're diagnosed gender dysphoria, it's considered a mental condition. And it's treated like such of, let's see what happens, let's go through therapy, let's see what works for you. And that's why you go to a therapist for it. That's why you go to a counselor for it. That's why you go to somebody who specializes in, let's figure out what the hell is going on in your head person for it, instead of just a doctor who writes a prescription and says, here, try this. I mean,
this should cure your gender dysphoria.
okay, let's give you about 400 doses of ibuprofen, and here, you should be better in the morning.
That's all they give you nowadays is ibuprofen.
Yeah, really. Take 2 of these, call me in the morning.
But, I mean,
The
other reason why my knee is like over there and my leg is over here. What do you mean?
I turned into the scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz.
There's an arrow through my forehead. Shouldn't you fucking fix it? I don't think
just take
ibuprofen's
some
gonna make it go
ibuprofen, you'll be fine. That's like 60s ways of thinking about it.
Ibuprofen can fix everything, including pregnancy.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
That's scary.
oh, but I picked.
Yeah, but it's just so funny. It's like, and he thinks that the Illuminati or whoever, he's always talking about them, you know, like there's like some grand conspiracy. He doesn't understand that we're a whole society, and society kind of moves in a direction, you know, and it's not like there's some like group of Illuminati hooded figures like masterminding everything that goes on in the world. It's like, no, society's just moved this way.
Yeah, here's society, and here's him. We forgot about his ass.
Puppet master.
Well, they're essentially in their own little society. I mean,
Yeah,
it's very. It's the a good example of that is now you see TV. Mad Witch goes in there talking about like Aleister Crowley and trying to correct their information. They're like, no, you have to get out. If you want to convert to our belief, you can stay. But if you want to keep speaking against our belief, you're out. So what they do is they create their own society.
where they hear logical arguments and disbelieve it.
Right. So
And
they
they
kind of create their own
super
society.
pissed.
They get super pissed.
It's kind of funny, actually. I mean, it was fun trolling them last night. I mean, I had people saying, we will pray for you. We're sorry. Let God find you. I'm like, oh my God. I typed in there, I'm like, God found me. He wasn't too happy, so he sent me to the other gods.
I was
reasons
actually
why I
starting
got kicked.
to be completely and totally honest, though. I was getting pissed off. The more that dude was getting pissed off, the more I was getting pissed off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why am I letting him affect me this way?
Yeah.
That's why I started trolling instead of actually logically arguing with them. Because I got to the point where logic isn't working, maybe trolling will.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just would have fun. There was a point where I was in their chat room where, because I would keep saying something. I'd say, excuse me, I don't think that's right. And I'd send them information. And then they kept telling me like, oh, you're causing problems, you're disrupting. So I just got to the point where all I did was when they said something, I would just type in, facepalm. Like I was just like facepalming. And then they even to a certain point, they believed that was harassment. The fact that I was going into the chat room and when they said something crazy, I just go facepalm.
I mean, it's hilarious doing this to them, and I don't find it as harassment. I find it as not pointing out their bullshit. It is trolling.
Right, exactly.
There is.
You're going against their narrative.
It's one of those of. Do you look up your facts with actual links, or do you just go to random church sites that believe this?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Go ahead, Lyle.
I didn't hear
That's
you.
all I
Matt.
wanted to
What'd you say?
I said that's all the links that they put up is.
Yeah. The funniest thing is Bill Schnoblin makes shit up. He just flat out makes shit up. But David Carrico, he will take text and he'll twist it to fit his narrative. So they have different ways to approach it, and so it's just funny. David Carrico tries to support it with evidence, but the evidence isn't accurate. And then Bill Schnoblin just makes shit up.
Well,
Flat out makes shit up.
Well, because he finds it to be in his right because he was in all these things. So it's his right to make all this up or to say what they really thought because he was totally in these groups. And I think you can go up to any Mason and ask him, hey, do you know about Bill Schnoblin? And they're probably going to go, oh, you mean the faker?
Yeah, well, he actually did make it supposedly up to the 3rd degree.
Well, even then, I'm pretty sure they had no problem kicking him out.
No, they didn't.
I mean, when they realize, oh, he's just one of those people, let's get rid of him.
Yeah. And he was also kicked out
of the what?
He was kicked out of a coven in Boston, too.
Come on, I know you went out.
She's talking to the rabbit, but they're talking to the rabbit, by the way.
I was about to say, what's that conversation going on?
Soren's talking to the rabbit, okay?
Okay. We believe you.
And the rabbit's getting mad at them. And I'm trying to shill a coconut.
You're trying to shell a coconut, really? Try and find, put them in a circle, right? And then you take the coconut and put it in between in that little circle, right? Make sure it's nice and propped. Then you take another big rock
and drop it on the coconut.
Make sure it's like nice and sharp and pointy, and you don't drop it. You
bang it.
Easiest way to open a coconut.
Well, this is one of the young coconuts that we got from Chuck's, and it was one of those ones that you push a straw through and drink out of it. And Soren wants to crack it open and eat the meat out of it now. So,
well, you can drink the juice out of it.
Yeah, they already did.
Mm-hmm.
They want to eat the meat now.
Yeah. Yeah, and exactly. Matt said that's the best way to do it. You get that juice out of it and smack it with a rock or a hammer.
Yeah, well, I'm taking off the protective outer shell to make it easier because we don't have rocks. We have a meat pounder. We have a meat pounder. That's all we have. We don't have rocks. And I'm not letting them do that with my freaking rosy quartz.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
What's the next torture?
Well, it's 10:35 now.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have half a. I guess we could probably do one video per episode.
Yeah, because I've noticed we're starting to find longer and longer videos.
Well, yeah, and also our commentary goes on.
Yeah.
Well, it's because we have so many things to point out that they suck at.
Yeah, but we also get off on tangents and we just talk about random stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Like
I do it, you do it, we all do it. Oh.
But yeah, I'm personally tired. I've slept lately.
Aw.
And schooling's racking my brain like a motherfucker right now. Math is hard. So
yeah. No, it's all right. I guess we could end the show early.
Yeah, we did start a little early too. And we all bombarded your channel last night, Play Logan.
Oh, that's okay. That was no big deal. I enjoyed it. It was fun. We went on for 4 hours.
Oh, we all had fun, and I like the fact that I was doing crafts at the same time as witchy Nicole was doing crafts, and it was fun.
Yeah, Yeah, we went.
Even-
I was surprised
I
we
gotta
went on for like 4.5 hours.
Yeah. Ow. Hey, look. Here.
Here, chew on the husk.
There we go. At the end of the show.
A husked coconut.
Yay!
Oh, that's going to get all over the floor, and you should do it the other way. Right there, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Oh, hey,
let's-
Mad, whatever happened with that apartment?
Didn't happen
Didn't happen.
before we were able to get the money together.
Aw.
That's
So
maybe
yeah,
next.
I was kind of pissed.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here all ready to go out and buy boxes, but go to our local Sears and get boxes and start packing.
Mhm.
I would pack ahead of time just because. And that's why when you get a new apartment, you can just go, hey, we can move in as soon as you're ready.
We don't got much. We don't got much. Most of the stuff I have right here is trash.
Ah.
Mm.
I need to clean my room.
All right. Well, cool. Hopefully next month something will pop up for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
In your prayers.
Like toads. Oh,
All right, guys. Blessed be.
All right.
night,
Thanks,
everyone.
man. Good night. Night, everybody.